In a peaceful town surrounded by green hills and colorful flowers, there lived a man named Ishfaq. He was known as the kindest man in town, always ready to help anyone in need. He ran a small bakery where the sweet smell of fresh bread, cookies, and cakes filled the air every morning. The townspeople loved Ishfaq, not just for his delicious treats, but for his warm heart and generosity. Ishfaq believed that kindness was the most important thing in the world. He would often give free bread to the poor, feed stray animals, and help children cross the busy streets. He was like a father to every child in the town, always telling them stories and giving them small treats. A stormy night and a cry for help. One evening, as Ishfaq was closing his bakery, dark clouds gathered in the sky, and soon heavy rain started to pour. The streets became empty as people hurried to their homes to escape the storm. Ishfaq took out his umbrella, ready to leave, when he heard a soft crying sound. He looked around, but saw no one. The sound came again, this time louder. He walked toward the sound and found a small boy, around 6 years old, standing under a tree, shivering. His clothes were soaked, and his tiny hands were rubbing his eyes as he cried. Ishfaq knelt down and gently placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. "What's wrong, little one? Where are your parents?" he asked kindly. The boy looked up at Ishfaq, his eyes filled with tears. I can't find my home. I was playing in the park, and when I looked up, my parents were gone. I don't know where they are," he sobbed. Ishfaq's heart filled with sympathy. He took off his coat and wrapped it around the boy. "Don't be scared, my child. I will help you find your home," he said softly. A warm shelter and a loving heart. Since it was already late and the rain was getting heavier, Ishfaq decided to take the boy to his bakery first. He picked him up and carried him inside, where the warm smell of freshly baked bread filled the air. He sat the boy down on a wooden chair near the fireplace and handed him a soft towel. "What's your name, little one?" Ishfaq asked as he prepared a warm cup of milk. "Ayan," the boy replied in a small voice. Ishfaq smiled and gave him the milk, along with some freshly baked cookies. "Here, this will make you feel better." As Ayan ate, he slowly stopped crying. He looked around the bakery with big, curious eyes. "This place smells really nice," he said. Ishfaq chuckled. "That's because love is the secret ingredient in all my baking." Ayan smiled for the first time that night. "I like it here." The search for Ayan's parents. After Ayan finished eating, Ishfaq asked him if he knew where his house was, but Ayan could only remember that he had come to the park with his parents from another town. Ishfaq realized it would be difficult to find them in the dark and rain. He decided to take Ayan to the police station, where they might have some information. Holding Ayan's hand tightly, Ishfaq walked through the rain, covering the boy with his umbrella. On the way, Ishfaq told Ayan stories to keep him from feeling scared. He spoke about brave knights, talking animals, and magical lands where kindness was the greatest power. Ayan listened carefully, forgetting his fears for a while. Ayan's parents were called immediately, and within minutes, they arrived at the station. His mother ran to him, hugging him tightly, tears streaming down her face. "Ayan, my son. We were so worried," she cried. Ayan hugged her back. "Mama, this kind man helped me. He gave me food and kept me safe." His father shook Ishfaq's hand. "We can never thank you enough. You saved our son." Ishfaq smiled and said, "Kindness is the greatest reward. We should always help those in need." The next morning, as Ishfaq was opening his bakery, he saw Ayan and his parents standing outside. Ayan was holding a large, colorful card. "Uncle Ishfaq, this is for you," he said excitedly. handing him the card. Ishfaq opened it and saw a beautiful drawing. Ishfaq placed the card on the bakery wall, where everyone could see it. It was a reminder that even a small act of kindness could change someone's life. Moral of the story: helping others is the greatest gift we can give. Kindness not only brings happiness to others, but also fills our own hearts with joy.